mind. Madam Story's got a point, and if you let him explain, it's the pun of all puns, get a plan with Papa Wayne. Rum tapping the vein, and 9 minutes bringing pain. MHOG secreting, leaving a stain. You ain't as dope as us, bitch. Stay in your lane. Fuck yeah!
This is Michael from Sunflower Dead, and you're listening to the Metal Hand of God.
And welcome back to the Metal Hand of God podcast. I am your host, Wayne, and the other gentleman across the world is...
Hi, Wayne.
Oh, don't do this.
I'm just fucking...
Not today. Do not bring that guy back.
Why?
Because I hate that character. It's terrible.
Mike's a nice guy.
No, not Mike. Mike's awesome. We have a very special guest. He's returning to the show, Mr. Mike Del Pizzo from Sunflower Dead.
What's going on?
Not a whole lot, man. You've been busy as hell, though. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's been quite a year, that's for sure. It hasn't been a lot of downtime, and there is no downtime now, to be honest, even through the holiday season.
Yeah, you guys have been touring nonstop, man. It's pretty impressive.
You multitasking right now, or are you like taking a shit and podcasting at the same time?
No, you know what? I did that earlier today. No, right now I'm actually just sitting at a desk speaking with you guys. So it's the first time I've been able to sit down all day, and this is called relaxing right now.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? You hear that? He's taking the time out of his busy schedule to relax and talk to us. It's fucking awesome.
Is that what you got out of it? I got kind of a like, I'm going to take it easy on this show.
Well, that's okay, because he knows how we roll. It's all right.
It's all good. Whatever works.
Yeah.
I don't know how we roll.
Well, if we roll you down the hill, you roll pretty fast.
I don't know what that means. Okay.
Because we're big fat guys, that's why.
So, yeah, but you were on a tour. Where did y'all go?
Well, we started in April, and we finished up in the end of October. So we've been everywhere, all over the U.S., back and forth with bands like Avatar and Hell Yeah and In This Moment and Non-Point and Mushroom Head and Shaman's Harvest and a million other bands. So it's quite a year of touring, and all great. You know, we had a good time with all of them. There was no bad vibes with any of the bands, which was really cool.
Well, let me ask you something. Now, we had talked to you the last time you were on. Y'all had Jonathan Davis do a song with y'all. How does that work when you're on tour? Because obviously he's not, going to be there. Do y'all just have someone else do his part of it, or?
Yeah, for like the main vocal parts, in the song, me and him kind of trade off. I actually sing his and my lines, and then in the chorus where we sing together, my bass player does his lines very well. So he does that alternate vocal that John does really well. So it's cool because I'm just not lucky enough to have a pocket Jonathan Davis with me to take on tour everywhere.
That would be interesting. The pocket Jonathan Davis. I guarantee you can sell those in like stores where
I'm sure.
Where you can do that little like I don't know what he does, that thing he does. Yeah. Like you can have like different buttons you press where he does different things. That'd be hilarious.
Or
John noises.
what if you got like the Tupac hologram, but instead of Tupac, it was Jonathan Davis.
Yeah, you know what? We probably have to pay Korn for that, and I don't want to do that right now.
Right. Yeah,
I'm cool with my bass player doing it.
Just throwing it out there, man.
Man, I think there's money to be had with the Jonathan Davis talk box. I'm telling you.
That's a good idea. You know what? Probably if the people from Korn hear it, their people will make it, take all the money, and we'll be asked out.
That's true. You're right. You're right on that.
I'm sure Korn listens to every episode of this.
I'm sure they do. And I'm glad they do. One day maybe they'll come on and tell us which their favorite episode was.
There you go.
Why? I can't.
I can't either.
Because they're all so good.
Oh, all right.
Amazing.
All right, yeah.
Did you think I was going with that?
I thought you were going to say because they're all terrible, but all right, whichever.
I don't know. What, do you feel that way?
No, not even the least bit, but sometimes.
Like, are you okay?
You having a self-esteem problem over there about yourself?
Oh, I'm going to cry in a minute.
I think, yeah. Michael, I don't...
No, man, no. Damn it.
Okay. All right.
God.
Just checking, man. We need you.
I'm here. I'm all in.
That was an awkward pause.
I think it was like a stop. It wasn't really a pause. I didn't. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so how else are things going, man? I mean, how is normal life?
Normal life is great. It's all good. I'm spending time with my girlfriend at home and the time off from touring, and that's wonderful. And I've been demoing new Sunflower Dead songs for the third record. We just got that underway. So we've written about 10 songs so far, and we're starting to lay them down, just like scratch demos. And we'll probably end up writing, in the next couple of months, like 20 total, and pick the best 8 or 9 for a new record, possibly. So
that's awesome.
So far, so good. This stuff is really, really, really catchy, which is what I want. I want catchy, great songs.
Well, I like to hear that you overwrite. Like, I hate bands that when they go to write a new album, they're just like, look, let's just come up with as many as we can. Like, I'm not. Let me rephrase that. I hate bands that basically just write an album and just go with it.
Here's 8 songs and that's it. Yeah.
Well, you really can't get to anything worthwhile. You figure if you write 15 songs, right, and you like all 15, probably only 3 of them are really any good, and probably only one of those has a shot at being on the radio. So you have to write a lot of material to really get the best stuff. And that's even before you get with a producer who can really hone it all in. So it's definitely a process, but that's why, I've been writing nonstop since the last record ended, and now it's just to the point where we have to demo them for our management. So I'm just like showing the guys what I've written, they're adding their 2 cents in, and then we're laying it down, set in our manager, like little scratch demos that we would never let anyone hear because they're probably terrible.
I doubt that, man. I really doubt it.
Terrible.
Don't. See, this is like me saying something about my show. Come on, are you having problems?
Well, but the difference is your show is going to be a final product. These are just demos. Everything's a mess and stuff. Compared to the final product, they're just kind of a bunch of noise. But you can get the idea. A producer could hear it and go, "Oh, I know where you guys want to go with that. I see." So that's all we're doing right now.
Well, see, that's the good part about you guys, though. They can actually sit down and listen and say, "Okay, I hear where you guys are going." If they sat down and listened to an unedited version of this show, they'd be like, "What the fuck are y'all talking about?" I have no idea.
Wait, we edit this?
Shut up.
Editing? What's that?
Sometimes we do. Sometimes we just kind of let it roll, but whatever.
No, we don't edit for content.
No.
We rarely do. No, we mostly it's just editing out me saying
Yeah. And there's the only time we've ever edited out really for content was when guests
Tim
actually
Laddie talked about how much he loved dick.
Yeah, that. And there was there was another one where one of the guests actually said something about someone else, and they were a little tipsy at the time, and they were like, "Hey,
was that a famous gentleman with a super long cock
and no arms?" Yes.
Yes. Well, yeah. I was leaving out that part because it makes it very obvious who we're talking about.
That's all right. That's all right. He had said something.
All of our male guests have super long dicks.
Yeah.
Right, Michael?
You guys go from beating people down to putting them up on a pedestal. You can't pick a lane. It's all good. Where every emotion is a very bipolar episode, and it's all good.
Exactly.
We are the God damn it, Muhammad Ali's of podcasts.
There you go.
No, so that's the only time we ever really do anything is if a guest asks us to take it out, and I don't feel bad. I'll do it. I'm not like those people who are like, no man, you can't do it. You said it. It's fuck that. Whatever. I'll take it out. Now, I do have it saved. I didn't delete it.
Yeah, right.
So
you can use whatever I say because I'm not going to say anything I don't want heard.
See, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Most people are, they say that and then they're like, I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah,
that's why we like to get people drunk on this show because.
Yeah, that gentleman was he was drinking pretty hard while he was talking to us.
Wow.
And he was dropping all kind of information. It was really funny.
I bet it was really funny and entertaining, but I bet he woke up the next day going, damn it.
He's like, when he wrote me, he was like, dude, everything else you can keep in there because I really don't care. He says, but the one thing I wish you would take out was whatever he told me. And then he said, the only reason is because of who the lady was, and it could ruin him having a chance to be in anything else. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I understand. I wouldn't want to fuck with your your work.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why you're not supposed to say that stuff to begin with. But right on, good on you guys for editing it out.
There, see, we do some good in the show.
I mean, sure, we're incredibly racist and misogynistic, but we're really good guys when you get down to it.
Well, who isn't? Everybody's that way. I mean, come on, it's only 2016.
Right? Come on.
Jeez.
So now that you're off touring, you know, what are the like? Because I gotta imagine when you're, I'm assuming y'all were on a bus the whole time or something.
We're on an RV all year.
Oh.
You know, all right. Well,
it must smell
better.
amazing.
It broke down every 3 hours, and it was hell on earth and miserable. So
well, I imagine
get back in it.
Yeah, I would say, but you loved every minute of it, though.
No, I didn't like not 1 minute of being in that goddamn thing. I would blow it up if I could. But you know what? The only good thing about it was a step up from being in a van in the sense that we had room to move around in. But barring that, you know, we were literally late for like, I don't played 90 shows this year, but we were late for 89 of them. Like to the point where one of the shows we played in Missouri within this moment, we drove up to the venue at 6:15. We were supposed to be there at 2, and we ran out of the RV in our makeup like a bunch of retarded clowns and threw our gear on the stage with the help of Hell Yeah's crew because they were awesome and played our set at like 6:45. We literally just drove up and played. It was ridiculous.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and then, you know, it would be easier if we didn't have all the makeup and stuff, but we have to be ready to play. So it was like we're putting our shit on in the RV while it's bouncing and shit, and our makeup's all retarded looking. But we ran out and had a great show. It was in front of 4,000 people. But,
wow.
I mean, talk about, you know, stress.
Now, one of my favorite things for a while has been listening to your, like, I guess you would call them like live feeds that you put on Facebook.
Oh, my little like check-in videos.
Yeah, dude. One you did was so funny because you were like, I told these bastards they need to be here for 4 o'clock, and look, I'm the only motherfucker here. I'm like,
oh, that was, and you know what? That was the start of the second leg of the help. And we were supposed to be in Sturgis, which is, you know, probably 2.5 days from us, at like 1 in the afternoon on a Saturday. So we had to leave by like 11 a.m. on a Thursday at the latest.
Right.
It came 5 o'clock and none of these assholes showed up. I was like, why am I here? Why did I get up early?
He's walking around going, I'm the only one here. I am the only one here. And I was like, this is fucking hysterical.
Yeah, that was annoying. But, you know, and I don't even drive. So I was just literally there, sitting there, staring at the wall.
Well, those long hours in that RV, I'm sure there was like, you know, something the whole time that you were sitting there thinking, as soon as I get home, I'm doing this.
What was it?
Well, I'm going to be nice and say spend time with my girlfriend.
All right. Yeah, that's good. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Double penetration.
You know, stuff. You know what I like about when I'm at home and I don't have to put makeup on every day is I can just disappear from that whole world and nobody bothers me and nobody, you know, it's very rare that I see someone and where I'm from and they're like, hey, it's Michael from Sunflower Dead. So I can just kind of be just a normal person and it's all good.
You can just be yourself and not, not put on the facade, the rock star thing, you know.
Right. And this summer was weird because we noticed a change after the Avatar tour. Like, we did the Avatar tour and we were still going into the crowd after the show and talking to people. And then we noticed when we got to the In This Moment tour, it was a lot different. Like, all of a sudden people were mobbing us and grabbing me and pushing me and they're telling me what they want from me. And I was going, whoa, we're not doing this shit anymore. So we started doing meet and greets and making people pay for it because if you're going to push me, you might as well give me some goddamn money.
Yeah, dude, that's kind of scary too, man. If you get mobbed by enough people, I mean, it's kind of fucked up.
Dude, we were in St. Pete, Florida, and I was getting ready to leave, and I still have all my shit on. And a girl comes up and takes a running leap at me and pushes me and goes, I love you. And I said, get the fuck away from me. I'm going to kill you.
What the fuck? Just jumps on you?
Just pushed me as hard as she could. And that was her way of saying how much she loved the band. And I was like, I wasn't even like, usually I'd be like, oh, thank you so much. Because, you know, she was excited. I was like, hell, don't get away from me. You're not going to push me.
That's kind of stupid. Like, yeah, I'm going to walk up to somebody that I really I respect and say, hey, let me punch you in the face. I love you guys. You'd be
surprised what people do.
You guys rock. Let me kick you in the nuts.
You guys rock. Let's fight.
Yeah. The fuck?
I don't push people I like to give them really creepy shoulder massages.
He does.
That's kind of weird, but actually might come in handy sometimes when you get off stage,
It's strange. Like, I'll sit there and we'll talk, and all of a sudden he's like,
I wish I knew how to quit you.
I'm like, dude, what are you doing? This is not Brokeback Podcast. Stop it.
Brokeback Podcast. You know what the best thing to do is, after a couple days on tour, your clothes stink and you stink. So when people want to come up to you and you don't want to talk to them, all you got to do is you're wearing your disgusting clothes. They don't stay around too long because you smell like shit. So it's a good trick.
Yeah. Yeah, just remember, guys, if you're never on tour, just smell bad.
Just smell bad. People leave, and if they don't leave you
alone,
done
and done.
So out of the tours that you did so far with either sets of band, what was like one of the better memories out of the shows?
A really funny memory to me is when we were touring with Avatar, because they're very like a machine, mathematical, entertaining, and theatrical, but they're very machine-like. And then you have us, who's entertaining and theatrical, but almost like a complete catastrophe most of the time on stage. So it was very opposite types of shows, even though we both make up. And we were playing in Green Bay at their CD release show for their new album.
Nice.
And they're all watching us while they're putting their makeup on from the side of the stage. And it just was one of those nights where Sunflower Dead was in full Guns N' Roses mode, and it was everything was about to break at all times, and things were breaking, things were flying off the stage, everything was breaking, but in a good way. And then my guitar player Jamie, I don't know what happened, but I turned around and he was laying in the drum set, and he broke the drum set in half. He couldn't get up. Nobody could help him, and the guys in Avatar were looking at us like, who the frig did we take on tour with us? These guys are out of their fucking minds. And we just continued to just destroy that stage. And it was one of the most fun, most violent shows we've done. Violent in a good way.
Right.
We walked off stage and they're like, is all this part of your show? And I was like, well, in this band, anything's part of the show at any point. I was like, it's very punk rock. So
it's like Tonight Is.
Tonight Is. Yeah, you literally never know. And that's the cool thing about us, is that it's not a preconceived show. It's very in the moment, very real. What you see is what you get. That's how we are at that moment. Some nights
we're
phenomenal,
cool.
Some nights we're terrible, but it's the real deal.
I like that. Because a lot of bands, when they get to a certain level in the music industry, and they tend to try to be quote unquote like a machine, like you said.
Sure.
It's nothing against that, because I understand you want to be perfect. You want everything to be what you be. But just remember, you're playing music you started for a reason, because it's fun and you like to do it.
Sure. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of bands and people don't like to hear it. But unfortunately, a lot of bands get up there and they're cheating. Not everybody, but a lot of bands are getting up and they got a lot of things on pre-recorded tape rolling while they're playing. And they're not singing a lot, They're not playing those guitar lines, their drums, or.
And that's just sad.
Wayne, you told me that you started playing in a band because you wanted pussy.
That is so not true. I've started playing in a band because of my father, and he didn't have a vagina, so.
Thank God.
Yeah. I mean, we do live in the South, but it's not that weird.
It's not that weird.
I don't even know what that means.
But yeah, it's sad that those typical those bands do that. I mean, I get it. You play in X amount of shows a year, but hey, you know what? A lot of bands are doing that, like you guys. And you know what I'm saying? You guys play every show, whether it sucks or whether it's good. It doesn't matter. You guys are doing it, and I respect that a lot, man.
I mean, there's lots of different approaches to live music. Whether you're a DJ or whether you're Metallica, there's lots of different approaches to get it done. It's just a shame. Like, you can use technology and make your show great, but it's the bands that use technology and cheat where I go, and I'm standing backstage and I'm hearing the cheat, like you can hear it, and I'm going, come on, guys. And I know you're a good musician. I know you can do this.
Right.
It's just like, just do it. What are you going to do?
Fuck that cheat.
Fuck that cheat. Be lazy.
That's how this podcast rolls.
We don't cheat. How do we cheat?
This entire podcast is made up of clips from other episodes.
Yeah, exactly. We just it takes us like 6 days to do one episode because we have to splice each and every word together. So it's terrible. It's hard.
That's how that last episode.
Great job.
Thank you.
Michael Del Pizzo has actually been dead for like 8 years.
Obviously. Hello.
He was dead before the podcast was really invented. So, this episode was especially difficult to put together for those reasons.
Right. It was tough. It was like the Tupac thing, right?
You guys
the hardest part was getting him to say 2016.
Skills.
Oh my God! So when you finally got back from everything, I did see a bunch of pictures of you and your lovely girlfriend, and I just want to say, was she excited to see you?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm gone so often, and she's gone on her business a lot. So I believe that when I come home, she's happy to see me. And yes.
Great.
I was happy to see her. I know that.
Well, I knew you were. I mean, just by the answer you gave to what you wanted to do when you got home.
Yeah.
But,
Booty.
I mean, I guess if you're in the I guess you can call it like a metal capsule, almost like an airplane, with how many guys are in a band? 4, 5?
There's 5 of us, and then we have 3 people that work for us. So there's 8 of us stuck.
So there's 8 stinky dudes.
Actually, and 1 girl. We have a merch girl.
8. Well, okay. So 7 stinky dudes and one stinky girl.
Yeah, she stinks too. Everybody stinks. It's disgusting.
So when you get home, you might want to just, I think the first thing I would want is a shower.
Is she single? She sounds hot.
She is single, but she's our guitar player's sister. So no, you can't touch her.
Oh, see, there you go, man. Done.
Man, why you got to make assumptions with me? Maybe I have a pure, beautiful love for her. whatever her name is. Maybe it was something sweet and romantic.
Maybe it was Maybelline, right?
And we could have had a beautiful life together, whatever her name is. But you made it her.
Whatever her name is.
Hey, whatever. There's a social media. I'm sure you can find her very easily and profess your love to her. That's your business.
That'd be hysterical. Oh my God, Michael said it was okay. I can profess my love to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna break up your band by hitting on your guitarist sister at your behest.
It's all good. I don't mind. Whatever.
Oh shit.
Oh man! So you seen any movies, anything like that? Or are you just like chilling out?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm going to movies are my favorite things because it's like totally getting away from music. But there hasn't been shit this year. I mean, I've been all the time. Me and my girlfriend are like, hey, let's go to the movies. Let's go find something. We're like, there's nothing out. Like it's been a sorry year for movies. I'm really struggling.
There's been some really good movies this year.
What did I miss? I might have missed half of them because I was on the road. Tell me what I missed.
We were talking on the last episode. I didn't see them in theaters because I have a hard time going to the movies a lot of times. Life gets in the way. But Star Trek Beyond and Kubo and the Two Strings were the 2 movies I just saw on Thanksgiving. Those were amazing. Fantastic Beasts is amazing, but I guess that depends on what type of movie you like.
I mean, if you're into the Harry Potter world.
I don't think you have to be specifically into Harry Potter, but you do have to be into things like that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, I've never seen it, so I don't know. I'm just...
Civil War was really good.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I heard that. Civil War was good.
Doctor Strange was pretty good. I didn't like it as much as other people, but a lot of people loved it. No, there's been some really good movies this year. Hopefully Rogue One's good.
That's the one I'm looking for, only because Darth Vader's in it. So
yeah,
I think people are going to be pissed.
I think so too.
Darth Vader's in that much of it. I think they're playing that up.
I think it's going to be just like they did with the original Alien. You only saw him for like 30 seconds. I think that's basically what it's going to be.
Or like supposedly the Joker was only in 2 minutes of Suicide Squad.
Right, yeah.
I missed that. I was supposed to see that, but I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch that one.
I heard it was absolute garbage.
I haven't seen it yet either.
I still want to see it, but I heard it was...
I'm with you, Mike. I want to watch it as well, even though I heard it was garbage, but I don't know. I just don't like the fact that they turned him into the Hot Topic guy. The Joker.
The Joker?
Yeah.
You know what? Here's the thing with the Joker, and because to me Heath Ledger did such an amazing job at the Joker, whatever year that came out, late 2000s, it's still too soon to try and recreate that character. Like, I get it. He wasn't the main part of Suicide Squad, Jared Leto, and he did a cool version apparently, but it's still like it's just not the right time to introduce that character, in my opinion. Yeah. because how are you going to top what he did? In my opinion, you can't. So.
Yeah, I'm the same way. A lot of people don't think that way, but I do.
I don't.
Yeah, I know you don't. I know. I mean, I do. I thought his portrayal of the Joker was great.
Well, also, that movie came out 8 years ago.
Right.
It did come out 8 years ago, yeah.
Damn, that's been that long. Fuck.
I know, it's crazy.
Well, he's been dead that long.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I would never
But
thought that.
I didn't see Jared Leto's version, so, I can't say it was good or bad. I have no idea.
I heard his version is good.
It looks stupid. I don't care. It looks absolutely retarded. And I've heard nothing that disagrees with that his performance, I don't know. It's so it's such a, I mean, I guess hot topic Joker is the way to describe it. It's clearly like trying to appeal to like younger audiences, but it just looks so fucking stupid.
Yeah, I'm not a
pretty scathing review,
dude. I'm not a fan of the. Well, basically, all it is like he looks like a gutter punk that painted himself white. Yeah. And gave himself a grill. And the Joker, I've never once seen a picture of the Joker that looked that way.
Well, there's 1,000 different versions of that character. Well, not 1,000, but at least a dozen or two. But it's just like the fact that they gave him like gold teeth and stuff like that. Like he's gangster rap Joker.
Well, that's exactly what the gentleman told me. The Joker actually is like a mobster in this movie.
Well, maybe so.
And I'm like, okay.
Like I said, I was actually vaguely interested in Suicide Squad when they first announced it, but when I saw that first of all, the fact that Joker in it at all to me was a bad sign, because you can have a movie centered around the Joker some kind of way, but a movie where the Joker's a side character is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's too strong of a character to make.
Oh, another thing was like I didn't even understand who they were fighting throughout that movie. Like I listened to a full review of it from Red Letter Media, and they explained who the villain ends up being, but it doesn't really make sense either. So it just sounds like a horseshit movie. I'll probably sit around and watch it if somebody else puts it on, but. I'm glad I didn't spend money.
Yeah, me too. You know what else is there? Ben Affleck is redoing. Well, he's introducing his Batman as the Batman. Apparently, they're reintroducing the Joker in that. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Are you
in the Batman movie?
That's what I've heard.
I know Deathstroke is the villain of it.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, maybe the Joker shows up at some point, but Deathstroke's the villain.
Okay.
So is Jared Leto going to be in that one as well?
Well, they're not going to get rid of Jared Leto.
I know that. Because they said he did a really good job, period, like acting-wise, and he really fucked with everybody on the set, so that's even better.
All I can say is, like, if they don't absolutely nail Justice League, and I'm not saying that for me, but
just in general.
In general, if Justice League isn't like a 180 turnaround from the last couple of movies, that franchise is done. Like, because they like Batman versus Superman, no matter how you look at it, whether you liked it or not, is a 50% movie. Only half the audiences liked it.
Right.
Man of Steel is probably a less than 50% movie. I don't know that many people that actually like that at all. Suicide
Eddie
Squad,
liked that, actually. We talked about it yesterday, he told me.
Oh, okay. Well, Suicide Squad did well financially, as far as I know. I don't think it did amazing, but I think it did well. But everyone says it's shit. So if Justice League bombs, I don't know how you recover from that. Yeah.
They're going to be pumping a lot of money into the Justice League because there's a lot of people in that movie.
I think they're spending less money on it than they did on Batman vs. Superman, because as far as I know, Batman vs. Superman is the most expensive movie of all time.
Really?
Wow.
How much did they spend on that?
After advertising all that, from what I understand, it was like $500 million.
Jesus.
And it made that money. You know, it's technically a success. I think it made $1 billion worldwide, but that's not the kind of success that you invest $500 million in. They were thinking it was going to be like bigger than Avengers. They thought it was going to make $1 billion like within a month or something like that. and it did not do that. So, it'll be interesting. I know the Batman wasn't supposed to be made, but enough people like Ben Affleck as him that they're like, all right, well, we know Batman movies sell, so
sure.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Batman vs Superman was a Batman movie.
I still haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, it was basically a Batman film. It was supposed to be some kind of sequel to Man of Steel, but there was no way.
No, there's an official Man of Steel 2 that's supposed to come out. It's just following up on the events of Man of Steel, but what it really is supposed to be is just setting up Justice League.
Right, I get it.
By basically just expanding on the universe that Man of Steel established, which I guess it did technically. Like it. From what I understand, the end of the movie sets up Justice League. So
yeah, it does. It does.
It's a lot of comic book stuff. Too much comic book stuff for me. I needed more horror in my life.
More horror?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna ask. What movies are you like mostly into? So obviously it's horror movies.
Yeah, I pretty much I have to like every horror movie, but then I get burnt out on them, so I'll stop for a while. Like right now, I've stopped, and then what happens is I'll catch up on everything I missed and just watch them all. But I love the horror movies, and I'll watch anything to be honest, but horror's my favorite.
What's the last horror movie you found that was really good?
That was really good?
Really good. Because I haven't found one in a while.
I don't know about a horror movie, but I'll tell you what, I really liked the Exorcist television series. I thought it was like easy and fun, and it tied into the movie really well.
Now,
if you watched it all.
I have not watched it yet. I do have it all recorded. I haven't had the time to sit down and watch it yet. But I was told it is an excellent series.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was shocked. I was like, wow, this is really cool. And then when they actually tied it into the movie, because sometimes when they make a television series, they just go off on a tangent, make a whole new. This straight up tied it in. I was stoked about that. And this is really cool. I can't wait for more of that.
That's cool. I really have to look into it because my boss's brother, he works with me as well, and he says, "Dude, you got to watch that show. It's incredible." So,
yeah,
I've been watching a lot of.
Watch.
I've been watching a lot of Ash versus the Evil Dead.
And I never really got into that. I think I was such a fan of the original Evil Deads that I never got into watching this new thing. And I didn't like Army of Darkness when it came out. To be honest, I just like the Evil Dead 1 and 2. Well, I am the only person that doesn't like Army of Darkness, but I didn't even like that back then.
I like them all, man. And honestly, the if you watch Ash vs. Evil Dead, it's basically like a continuation of Army of Darkness because it's so outlandish.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But but I haven't watched anything horror in a while that was worth a damn.
Nah, me neither.
Movie wise, I tell you what you need to look out for. I'm gonna give a plug to a friend of ours that's been on the show a lot, and no one else has seen the movie but me because I saw it at a film festival. And our friend Billy Pond, he's a director out of I think it's West Texas, and he did a movie called Circus of the Dead.
Okay.
If you get a chance, it'll be hitting Blu-ray. I mean, DVD and Blu-ray within the next couple months, and I think it's going to be on video on demand. Pretty soon. Like you can probably get on not YouTube, iTunes within the next week or two. I think. If you get a chance, check that out, man. I think you'd really enjoy it. It's an excellent film.
All right, cool. Definitely Circus of the Dead. I remember that for sure.
Yeah. Actually,
speaking of,
I'm sorry. Actually, one of the guys from the movie, he plays one of the clowns in the movie, is actually on our show now. He does a film review for us.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Adam? Sorry.
I was gonna say, speaking of movies, so I don't think we've talked about it on this show, but apparently they're doing a remake of Starship Troopers.
I saw that.
So I initially thought that it was just like whoever owns the rights, whatever studio, just decided, let's go remake Starship Troopers, which is a horrible idea because it's a great film, but it's only a great film if you understand what they're trying to do with it, because it's pretty cheesy.
Oh yeah,
it's cheesy in a great way, but it's a parody of like old propaganda films.
Yeah, it's World War II. Yeah,
and
or 1, whichever.
So but it's a pretty amazing film. I really enjoy it. So I thought like, a studio's gonna remake it and and modernize and all that, kind of like they did with Total Recall, which I realized was originally a book, but everyone really remembers the Schwarzenegger movie, and so I was like, oh, that's a horrible idea. Well, apparently Paul Verhoeven, the guy who did the movie, and by the way, Starship Troopers was also a book, but it
was also a video game too, but it was called something else. It wasn't Starship Troopers. I can't remember. I used to play it on my computer when I was like 6. That's how I remember, because I remember the arachnid thing and the planet was called Klandathu or some shit, and I just remember playing that game. It was really weird. Anyway, go ahead.
So Paul Verhoeven, the guy who wrote and directed the original film, is apparently part of the new movie.
Nice.
So I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting. Like I still don't think it's a good idea, but maybe it's a shit show. And then I read Paul Verhoeven's comments on it. And so basically this movie will also have a subtext to it. And except that he said that the new Starship Troopers reboot will be examining the current culture that led up to Donald Trump's election.
Oh, what the
my God.
Fuck.
And then he had some type of speech about how, it's really close to back to Nazi Germany. Oh, my God.
All right, so I am not going to watch that movie.
I don't think anyone is. Like, like I said, Starship Troopers is brilliant from a certain view, but it's... I don't look at it and go, what can I get like social relevance from this? It's a movie that, like I said, like it parodies old World War II propaganda films, and that's cool. It's interesting, but I don't
it's just fucking terrible. I hate the whole like everything now. Watch in the next 5 years, everything coming out is going to be about the election or the bullshit that's going on with all that stuff.
I've already seen it on a lot of television shows. It's written into the script.
Really?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I can't believe like they're filming, like they almost like prepared for it, and they say it in lines, like they don't say with knowing who won, because obviously it was filmed before the election, but it's already written in, like a comment, and I'm going, wow. There's the entertainment industry putting their 2 cents into things.
That's so crazy. Dude, it probably what they did was they shot 2 different versions. One where it was with her and one with him, and it was just kind of like we'll edit this into this episode.
Yeah, probably. Wow. On to your thing about remakes when you're talking about Starship Troopers. I'm not a fan of remakes at all. And I don't know if you noticed, Universal came out a couple years ago, said they were going to redo all the original monster movies like Frankenstein. Well, but they turned them in. They did one already. It's called Victor Frankenstein. They basically turned it into one of those like action adventure movies, and it has nothing to do with.
Oh, that one's not part of that.
Oh, it's not?
No, the first one that they did that's part of that universe, because they're trying to do what Marvel did.
Right, they're making a universe.
All these studios are trying to do that in some way. So the first one was Dracula, an Untold Story.
It was an Untold Story.
Dracula Untold?
That was the first one. And that one bombed, so they then reneged. They then reneged and said, okay, well, that's not going to be the first one. But I don't think the first one's going to be The Mummy, the one that Tom Cruise is in.
Right, Tom Cruise is in that one.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, but yeah, that's going to be official.
And then there's one with Johnny Depp. Was it the Phantom of the Opera, maybe, or the Invisible Man? I can't remember which one he's in.
Maybe so. I don't know. I get it. Like all these studios are panicked because they don't have any big like tentpole movies to really like recoup things. But I don't know, like this whole like if we create like a superhero universe, then that like it worked for Marvel. No, it worked for Marvel because they were doing good stuff and people are interested in those characters. And if Warner Brothers could ever get their shit together, they could do it too. But I don't look at the Universal Monsters and go, wouldn't it be cool if the Universal Monsters teamed up? What are they going to team up against?
Hey, man.
Pollution.
Yeah, they're gonna come.
Well, they're going to team up against Donald Trump, obviously.
There you go. Yeah. It's going to be the Universal Monsters versus Trump. That would be incredible. You heard it here first.
I would go to see that. That would be funny.
Oh, it would. It would.
I would if Donald Trump won.
Like, yeah, his, his
don't
superpowers.
You think, just like Marvel does, even though a lot of the movies are good, is that there all these book characters are being saturated, and now they're going to kind of do it with Star Wars with a movie every year.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I'm not excited to watch them, and I'll still watch them, but isn't it like oversaturation at a point makes you not as excited?
Well, it's also like for like the collector's market. Like I've stopped collecting Star Wars stuff because of the sheer fact that if you're a true like Star Wars collector, I have a friend that does it, and he'll buy like every single thing,
right?
And you go broke, man. I mean, it's impossible. You can't do those kind of things because like every year they're going to release 75 of the same action figure that they released last year because it's it's just another character in another costume.
If you'd come to that conclusion like 10 years ago, Rusty wouldn't have a hernia right now.
Well, no, if I'd have come to that conclusion like 10 years ago, I'd have a lot more money.
That's true too,
and a lot less plastic.
Or at least more pops.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, pop vinyl. Can't help that.
I'm not. None of that bothers me. As long as the movies that I pay for are good.
Yeah, as long as they're
you're
good.
entertained, you're happy with it.
Yeah, they have to be good.
And I'm not necessarily that interested in a lot of the. I'm interested in Rogue One, because I think it's the first Star Wars movie in a long time that actually has the ability to take chances and maybe be interesting.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no interest in the Han Solo movie that they're coming out with.
What about the Boba Fett?
I probably won't, but we'll see. Like if it sounds interesting because they haven't released any details.
I think if they would do anything, like I used to read the novels, and if they would do anything like the story that was the Boba Fett story in the novel, like anything like that, it was really good in that. So I'm just saying
they've gotten rid of all that stuff. I don't.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They said the universe only exists as the three originals, the three prequels.
They call it. Well, no, everything. The movies, the TV shows, those all count except for the holiday special.
The holiday special needs to count.
Everything
it's the
else,
greatest
the
thing
comics,
on the planet.
The novels, those all. They call it the Star Wars Legends universe now, so it's like Ultimate Universe stuff, whatever. So, but they're not going to dip into that for any new movies.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see. I'm, like I said, as long as I find it entertaining, I'll go see it. Or it looks entertaining. None of that stuff bothers me.
Michael,
yeah.
Did you see the holiday special?
No, I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, this was from 1980 or 70. Well,
it was right after
70,
the first movie, I believe.
I think it was 78.
Yeah,
they did a Star Wars holiday special.
They did, and
it's pretty infamous.
It's incredible.
Is it on YouTube? I'll watch it.
It is actually. You need to watch it
somewhere on the internet.
It is one of the most amazing pieces of trash you will ever watch in your life. I actually own a copy because I had to have it. But it's basically what is it? It's like Chewie's Life Day.
It's basically like a old, one of those old holiday variety shows,
right?
But it's themed
in the Star
around
Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah,
so
and all the characters are there. Like all the actual actors are in this movie.
Wow,
So
that is something I'm going to look up tomorrow.
Chewbacca's family is on Kashyyyk,
right?
And
it looks vaguely like the Ewok village. I'm just letting you know that because originally it was supposed to be.
It's supposed to be the Wookiees, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I just learned that 2 weeks ago. So my guitar player was telling me about that. He goes, originally it was supposed to be Wookiees, and I said, really, that would be way cooler than Ewoks.
Yeah. So the actual when they pan to Chewie's family and stuff, it's actually the huts that are up in the trees for that the Ewoks lived in. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So check that out.
And it's actually the first appearance. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. It's actually the first appearance of Boba Fett is in this holiday special.
Interesting.
Yes. But go ahead, Adam, you were explaining to him what the show was about.
Well, so the Wookiees have, instead of Christmas, they have a thing called Life Day, which takes place at the same time as Christmas. And so the overarching thing is that Han has to get Chewie home to meet his family, including his son Lumpy.
Lumpy, yes.
And his father, who starts watching porn in the middle of it.
Yes.
Is this real? This is honestly
This is
got real. You guys are
100%
making.
Oh yeah,
stuff
dude.
on
This
the
is
spot?
not a lie. This is not a lie.
Was this on regular television?
Yes.
Like when we were
Yeah,
kids?
it was on CBS. Well, that was the thing. Like,
No way.
yeah. Well, CBS produced it. Lucas didn't have much. He just kind of went, okay, if y'all want to pay us, you can go and do something with it.
And then he tried to
And
hide
apparently, he spent like the rest of or the last 30 years trying to erase every copy of it. But then
Yes.
the internet came along, and that became
Right.
possible.
it. Yeah.
I'd have to watch this front to back now.
It's incredible.
Amazingly terrible.
There's like I forgot who that comedian was, and the dude from the Honeymooners, not
Jackie Gleason.
not Jackie Gleason,
Art Carney.
Art Carney. He's in
Art
it.
Carney.
He's in it.
Lord.
Oh yeah,
B.
yeah.
Arthur's in it.
B. Arthur's
What
in
year
it.
did it come out?
B. Arthur sings a song. I think
it-
1978.
Yeah, it was between. It was between Star
I wasn't
Wars
even
and
out of diapers yet. That's
yeah, it
why
was
I never
between
saw
Star
it.
Wars and Empire. So
Wow, that is crazy.
it's one of the most incredible things you will ever watch, especially
I'm gonna watch
like
that tomorrow.
especially like the disco parts where oh god, what's it? It's not Suzanne Summers.
Donna Summers?
Donna Summers was doing like this dance thing as the and it was like this psychedelic colors and disco-y shit behind her and stuff. Oh yeah, it's so trippy. It's
Wow.
it's like the dude at the TV show place, the studio was like, you know what, man? I'm gonna drop acid and we're gonna write a Star Wars holiday special.
Well, at the time, no one actually thought that. I mean, even though it was very successful, obviously, no one expected it to become
What it is.
became.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the franchise was they laughed at him when he brought it up there. Were you gonna do a space movie? All right.
Yeah.
Who's laughing now, bitches? Who's laughing now? But
So yeah,
yeah, dude, you gotta watch it. I swear. Look, if you watch it, you have to let me know what you think of it.
No, I'm gonna look it up tomorrow, and I'm gonna email you tomorrow when I'm done watching.
Hell
I'll
yeah!
find it.
I can't wait, dude. That's like I said, it's one of the greatest
bear
moments.
in mind, you might not actually make it all the way through. It is horrendous.
It's tough to watch. You probably even on like YouTube, you probably get the ones that are like recorded directly from TV, so you'll get all the old commercials too.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So
and when I say it's like the old like Christmas variety shows, I mean that literally. Like
yeah,
these segments aren't like, oh, well, yeah, this is a bad segment, but it's only a minute long. No, it's like 10 minutes long, and they're all like that. Every bad thing that happens is like between 5 and 10 minutes long.
Oh wait, and the best, you'll love this. They have like a 15-minute conversation between Wookiees, and they don't tell you what they're saying. It's just
at the beginning of it.
It's just the whole fucking time, dude.
You guys are so full of shit.
I swear, dude, I swear to God, dude.
No
I would,
way, dude.
dude. I would not
way.
lie. I would, dude. I'm telling you,
it's not 15 minutes, but yes, there is a sequence.
it's
where
like,
that
and I'm sitting there.
Wow.
When I first watched it, I kept looking at it, going, "What am I watching?" And then
It
Mark,
doesn't even sound real. It doesn't even sound like it would pass somebody's executive's desk.
dude.
They would go. They sign off on it. to
like
air
I
it.
said though, remember, like Lucas probably didn't have a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
It was, and Star Wars was a huge success, but it wasn't the success that it became after the second, third movie.
And when you watch it, dude, look at Mark Hamill's eye makeup. He has what you would call what do the girls call it now when you have that dark ring around their eyes that looks like a raccoon almost.
A creepy.
He's got that going as he's working in the workshop on R2. It's incredible.
Unbelievable.
It's wonderful.
So yeah.
So there's that. So now look, you can enjoy the Star Wars holiday special.
Jesus Christ! I can't wait to see this.
It's definitely a train wreck, man. But anyway, Mike, is there anything you want to plug, man? You want to tell these people about the sites and stuff to go check out your band and all that good shit?
Yeah, man. sunflowerdead.com. Everybody just missed the Black Friday sale. Everything was 15% off, but we'll do it again for all the merch. And Facebook, Twitter, what's the other shit? Instagram. You know, we're on everything, man. We're on all that stuff that people talk to each other on. We're on all of it, and I'm always on there, and I update it. If you got a question, ask me. I'll gladly respond. And unless it's something stupid like, hey, you guys should open up for Metallica, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just call them tomorrow and make that happen, jerk off.
Yeah, no shit.
I get that all the time, and I'm like, that's not really how it works. I can't just call these bands. Hey, I'm on tour with you.
Look, hey guys, yeah, we're free. You want to take us out? It'll be fun.
Exactly.
We hang out. You know, we're cool guys.
Or people will email. Don't email me and ask me like if I can come to your wedding. You know, not play, but can you come to my wedding next week? Well, where do you live? Norway. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it next week. I don't know, but I don't think I'm available.
Hey, Mike, why don't you come to my wedding, man? You just hang out. Have a few drinks. It's on us. What the fuck?
Yeah, I get really weird reactions from people, and it's entertaining, and I laugh at them. But man, people are strange.
Dude, that's actually incredible. Like, fans out there of the show, would y'all write us and tell us that you want us to go to the wedding, because we will go.
I will perform your wedding.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. We will fucking go over there.
We've legitimately discussed this, getting certified, because Rum is.
Yeah, our other host who's not here.
Certified. And performing weddings for people.
Fuck, we'll do it. Let's go. Come on.
If there's anybody listening to this that's getting married and just wants a fun
Might
wedding.
as well make your wedding a podcast.
That's right. MHOG Wedding Planner right here.
God.
Metal Hand of Planning.
We need to do that. If anyone's listening
Full Metal Weddings.
Get married, we will record. We'll have your wedding will be a podcast.
We'll do a live recording from your wedding.
And as a wedding, you get a VHS tape of the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Fucking right.
I will roast your family for your wedding.
That wouldn't be tasty.
That would be, actually, I'd like to hear that.
Yeah, see, there we go. Look, we got one guy that's ready to listen.
I'm not
starts.
Oh, I would absolutely do this.
I would too. I think it'd be fucking fantastic. Well, we're not going to do it at my wedding though.
You want to do it, you just don't want to be associated with it.
Well, because I have to be in it.
Well, I could still.
No, I'm not letting you insult me. Anyway.
But I can perform the ceremony.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But anyway.
Right?
Yeah. So I guess this is the end of the show. We've been on for an hour. So, Mike, thanks again for having you on, dude. It was so fun to have you back on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for enlightening me about the holiday special. I can't wait to watch the train wreck.
Always, dude.
Don't forget, just tell what's his name to get us to tell his sister what's her name.
They love her.
Yes.
Love her. That one day we'll be together. That we won't let all this negativity and talk of booty get between us.
That's right.
Because we have something special. So what's your name? I love you.
I appreciate that kind of love.
It's so sincere. You can't I mean, it's there. It's the heart melts.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Mike, thanks for joining us again, dude. And like I said, next time you can always come on the show anytime you want, man. If you just want to come on, hang out, and just bullshit, you're always welcome, dude.
Cool, man. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Wayne, I'm back.
Shut up. I was your host, Wayne.
No, don't go.
Yes, and that's Adam. And that was Mike.
I'm Mike.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, to keep it metal! Yeah. And you thought the show was over. You're wrong! Here is Sunflower Dead with the song It's Time to Get Weird. Enjoy and keep it metal!
Who've gone missing from us ones in the sun. Ain't it fun when those dead birds chirp aloud like we're not listening to their songs of what's done? Just let them mock us, they will see. ones who have none. Ain't it fun? When those dead birds who would scorn us without listening change their tune to our song.